What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is once again time for the Champions League knockout stages. We are here with the round of 16 second leg predictions, and there are still some ties that are very much hanging in the balance. So if you do enjoy these videos and want to keep up to date with them, please do drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And I have to say, the last prediction video we did for the Champions League, the second week, we absolutely smashed it. Out of the 4 games, we got 4 out of 4 tips and 3 out of 4 exact scores, including with the Chelsea-Lille game, a half-time, full-time exact score prediction. So we predicted half-time 1-0 to Chelsea, full-time 2-0 to Chelsea. We predicted the 1-1 draw between Villarreal and Juventus. And we also predicted the 1-1 draw between Atletico Madrid and Manchester United. And the action doesn't stop there because we've got, like I said, the second leg of the round of 16. And in a couple of days on the channel, finally, we are bringing Europa League predictions into the fray this year. So drop your predictions down in the comments below. Kicking it off, we do have Bayern Munich up against FC Salzburg, and yes, Bayern Munich were very, very dominant in that game against Salzburg, and they should have won, realistically, especially on the balance of play. Salzburg put up a fight. They're doing, obviously, fantastic domestically. They always do. They're a cut above the rest of the teams in the Austria Bundesliga. However, this is going to be a test for Bayern Munich because Salzburg won't go down without a fight, and I think Bayern Munich are going to win this game. But I'm going to give Salzburg not 1, but 2 goals. So my score prediction is going to be 4-2 to Bayern Munich. And my tip is going to be Bayern Munich and both teams to score at 2.3. That was my tip for the previous game week. They ended up drawing 1-1, but I still would stand by that tip. I think Bayern should have won that game, and they did obviously concede, and Salzburg aren't going to accept this one lying down. Now, after that, we do have Liverpool up against Inter Milan. Liverpool have established a 2-0 lead over the current Italian champions. So I think this should be fairly plain sailing for Liverpool. I did tip Liverpool to win in the previous Champions League game week, and that came in at 2.05, which was really, really good. Naturally, at Anfield, the odds are much more in Liverpool's favour. I'm going to go for another 2-0 win to Liverpool. I don't think they'll be too phased. Even though Inter Milan are a good side, I do think Liverpool are just a little bit better. So my tip is going to be Liverpool win and over 1.5 goals at 1.8, just in case Inter do get a goal and Liverpool end up winning 2-1. Now, after that, we have Manchester City up against Sporting, David up against Goliath, and then some, because Sporting are 5 goals down. I think Man City are going to win this one again. They're so far ahead of Sporting in this tie. Sporting just, I struggle to see how they'll find any sort of motivation and energy to try and chase down a 5-goal lead. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Manchester City for a mammoth 8-0 aggregate. My tip is Man City half-time, full-time at 1.53, but I found it difficult to find value with regards to this fixture because you never know how they're going to play. City could quite happily play out a 0-0 draw. They could lose 2-0. It could go either way. It's such a lopsided tie, you don't know. So I would just stay away from this one, to be honest. There's not a lot of value to be had, and there's a lot of uncertainties as well. Now, after that, we have Real Madrid up against PSG. I thought PSG were very good in the first leg. They made Real Madrid look more average than they've looked this season. They made Real Madrid look not great. However, this is at home for Real Madrid. Real Madrid have just come off the back of some good results. They're still leading La Liga. They look fantastic. I don't know who's going to qualify. Don't come at me and ask me who's going to qualify. I don't know. However, this game, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Real Madrid. My tip is Real Madrid to win at 2.5. The away goal rule has been scrapped. So that would mean it would end on 2-2. It would end 2-2 on aggregate and potentially go the whole distance, extra time penalties, the lot. And I don't know who's going to go through. I think if Real Madrid do win, it will only be by a 1-goal winning margin, which would mean it goes to extra time penalties. But I could very much see PSG avoiding defeat and qualifying that way. But I'm gonna stick my neck out and back Real Madrid to get the win that they desperately need to get. After that, we have Ajax up against Benfica. Benfica putting up a fantastic performance against Ajax. Ajax, a team who have conceded goals in the single digits for the entire season, conceding 2 to Benfica. It was, however, away from home as far as Ajax are concerned. I think they'll have just a little bit too much quality for this Benfica side. There's still defensive questions to be had regarding Benfica's aging backline. So I'm going to give it to Ajax. I'm going to go for a 2-1. My tip is both teams to score at 1.53. I think a 2-2 first leg. There's going to be more goals in the second leg, you would likely expect, especially with teams like this. Now, after this, Manchester United up against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are trending in the right direction. Manchester United are trending in the wrong direction. It's looking Not likely that they finish in the top 4. I think it's really in the hands of Arsenal now as to who finishes in the top 4, to be honest. Atletico Madrid looking good in La Liga now. Better than earlier on in the season, I would say. I'm going to go for a shock win at Old Trafford. I think the morale at Manchester United is low. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Atletico Madrid win. I thought they were well worth the win in the first leg, and they were unfortunate not to get it. João Felix had a really, really good game, and they've just got quality, Atletico Madrid, to be honest. They have a better midfield than Manchester United, and I think they're going to... I'll go for a 1-0 win. My tip, Atletico Madrid to qualify at 2.5. That means this could end in a draw, and then Jan Oblak turns his terrible season around with a penalty shootout win. It could happen, and something's telling me to just go with Atletico Madrid in this one. Now, I realise there will be Man United fans who hate that I've said that and will probably dislike the video. Grow up. Anyway, after that, we have Juventus up against Villarreal. This one's very difficult. Villarreal coming off of a shock defeat to Osasuna. Juventus, they look decent. They look decent, to be fair. I was very, very close to putting a 1-0 win to Juve. However, Villarreal, despite their last result, apart from that, they've been looking really good going forward, and they gave Juventus a very good game. I think they could have won that first leg, so I'm going to give Villarreal a goal, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Beats me as to who's going to qualify. I think I'll go with Juventus, or do I go with Villarreal? I honestly don't know. Again, don't ask me for who's going to qualify on this one. My tip is both teams to score at 2. I just really like the value, and I think both teams will think if we can get the 1 goal, it's likely we'll go through. And I think that'll mean they'll both get a goal, cancel each other out. It'll end 1-1. Now, after that, we have Lille up against Chelsea. Unlike Man City and Sporting, Lille are within the realm of reaching Chelsea. Don't get me wrong, it's very unlikely and it's not going to happen, but there'll be enough belief there that maybe if they get an early goal, they're then only 1 goal off matching Chelsea on aggregate. So I think Lille are therefore going to score because they have to score. However, Chelsea are looking too good, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Chelsea. My tip is over 2.5 goals at 1.9 because when you're 2 goals down, you need at least 2 goals in Lille's favour for them to stay in the tie. Chelsea will contribute to the goal tally, so I think that lends itself to 3 or more goals. So that is going to do it, my quick fire Champions League round of 16 second leg predictions. If you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like, subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and leave your predictions down in the comments below. That is going to do it from me, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be Europa League predictions in a couple of days.